What's up, my Beta Bros? Maine-iac here with an NBA 2K19 season simulation, I should say. We're doing just a plain season simulation, no special stipulations whatsoever. At the end of the video, as I'm looking at who they have winning awards, I will give my pick, or early picks, I should say, for the awards, who I think is going to win each division, or I should say the one who's going to make the playoffs, I should say, and stuff like that. It might not be a full 18 playoff, just teams I feel solid about. But to start the video, if you guys want to do an NBA draft, fantasy draft I should say, let me know in the comment section down below, see if we can get that going together. Maybe we can have a prize thrown in. Now, these are the All-Stars that were simulated this season. We have LeBron James, Durant, Harden, Lowry, Drummond as starters for Team LeBron, and then Team Kawhi has Kawhi, Curry, Cousins, Hayward, and Oladipo. So it's funny because Hayward is an All-Star starter. That's awesome. And you have reserves: Paul George, John Wall, Kemba Walker, LaMarcus Aldridge, Al Horford, Ben Simmons, first-time All-Star, Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, Karl Anthony Towns, Nikola Jokic, first-time All-Star, Blake Griffin, and Jimmy Butler running out the rosters. Anyway, I'm going to cut to the end of the simulation because this does take forever. I'll see you guys at the end of the season, and let's see how we did, or how everyone did. Okay, at the end of the season here, now we have Steph Curry winning MVP with 29.6 points, 5.6 rebounds, 8 assists, about 2 steals per game, shooting 50%, 93% free throw shooting, which is nice. Apparently we can override players, which if you look at this, it has Damian Lillard having the most points per game in the league. The leading rebounder would be Karl Anthony Towns. Leading assist person, Chris Paul, with a broken right leg. Holy shit. Steals, Kawhi Leonard, and blocks, Rudy Gobert. Now, just as a Celtics fan, I'm curious real quick who they have. They have Devin Booker as the third leading scorer in the whole league. That is insane. Donovan Mitchell's top 10. It's a nice love there. But if I had to pick MVP of the year of the league, I'm going to go with a guy who I think is going to have to grow a lot to make his team push even further. And it's a bold move. Someone who was in a contention for a different award last year. And I'm going to go with the Donovan Mitchell, contender for Rookie of the Year last season. Two-way superstar, as they call him. I think if after that tear he went on at the end of the year, if he can get high average in points, increase his scoring, maybe increase his rebounding, his defense a little bit, he's a serious contender to carry the Jazz up into a top 5 or 4 seed position again, and he should be in serious consideration for the MVP. Now, I'm actually going to not override it, so good luck on you, Steph Curry. The All-NBA first team, I do like this roster right here. I think LeBron, Kawhi, if healthy. Karl Anthony Towns and Steph Curry are good picks. Russell Westbrook with his knee surgery is going to be an issue for me. So maybe instead of Russell Westbrook, I throw in James Harden there. And I think instead of Karl Anthony Towns, I'm going to put a Jokic. I think he improves a little bit and gets... I'll put Karl Anthony Towns. If he shrugs off that postseason slump, he should be fine. And we have Chris Paul, James Harden, Anthony Davis, Ben Simmons, and DeMarcus Cousins at forward. Instead of Chris Paul, I think I'd put Kyrie Irving here. Other than that, it looks pretty solid. Well, instead of James Harden, we can't put him there either because of moving him to first team. I think I'd put Russell Westbrook second team. I think that would work. Third team, there's Jokic right there. Paul George, it looks like he suffered a torn left calf muscle. Kevin Love, John Wall, Damian Lillard, all solid choices. Defensive first team, it looks weird not having Anthony Davis up here. We have Draymond Green, Rudy Gobert, Kawhi Leonard, John Wall, and Oladipo. We have Jrue Holiday, Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, Covington, and Drummond for the second team. I think Jrue Holiday could seriously push for first team all the defense this year. All rookie first team, we have Luka Doncic, DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Trae Young, and Colin Sexton. I think, personally, my favorite here to win Rookie of the Year would be Luka Doncic. I can't pronounce his name, I'm sorry. Second team, we have Jaren Jackson, Wendell Carter, Eli Okobo, Michael Porter Jr., Mohamed Bamba. I'm worried about him. The only thing that worries about him the most is him being on the Magic. And then let's advance that a little bit. We got the playoffs looking here. We have Golden State against Minnesota, Utah against LA, which is interesting. Houston against New Orleans, which would be good. Oklahoma City versus Phoenix. And the fact that Phoenix is a 7th seed is actually kind of dope. And you have Toronto, Atlanta, Toronto, Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the 5th seed. Something must have happened. Hold on. Can I see who's on the Nets? No, they just had apparently a really good season. That's actually pretty dope. Indiana, Philly, and Detroit, Milwaukee. So, not too many surprises if we go to trading block. Wait, no, trading block is not what I wanted. Team status. Our team right here didn't do too well at all. We don't have any different players as far as I can see. Records were solid. Raptors blew away the East, winning by 12 games over the Pistons. Pacers, Celtics. It's like a case of the West right here. We have the 3rd seed Pacers and the 7th seed Bucks, all separated by 2 games. That is incredible. Now, I'm going to simulate this round, see who they have winning the championship, and just give my thoughts here. I don't think Boston would be the 4th seed if they can stay healthy. I think they have a serious shot at a top 2 seed. It's going to most likely be between them, Toronto, and Philadelphia for me. Indiana does have something to say about it too, but I think they're going to have to get a lot more out of their supporting cast. Second round, we have LeBron against Golden State, OKC against Houston, Toronto against Boston, and Indiana against Milwaukee. If Giannis can keep improving, I think Milwaukee could be a serious underdog this season as well. Looking at the second round, they have Golden State and Toronto facing Oklahoma City and Milwaukee. They have Milwaukee going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I like the underdog story there. Golden State, the only one to really sweep. Houston swept in the first round, and Toronto swept in the second round. 2 straight upsets. I don't think Detroit's going to be a 2nd seed. That's the major issue I have, is Detroit as a 2 seed. I don't think they have enough overall talent in that series to do that, which is just tough. So the finals, according to the simulation, is the Thunder at the Raptors. And it's a 4-game sweep for the Toronto Raptors. Kawhi Leonard seals a championship for the North. Probably signs a huge extension here. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard, Finals MVP with 35 points per game. Holy shit. 7 rebounds, 3.3 steals, shooting 50% from 3, shooting 60% overall. Holy crap, that is absolutely insane. Only thing I would say about this here is I do like who they have in the series. Let's see if I can get a better look at the standings report. Conference standings. If we go to the East, one major issue I have here is if you look at the teams out of the playoffs, a lot of decently good teams out of the playoffs with Miami Heat at 28. I don't see that happening. I do expect Cleveland to struggle a little bit, but I think it's more of where the seedings are. If I had to, I would flip-flop Philly and Detroit, and then I'd probably knock Brooklyn and the Bucks. Make them switch. It's because if Nets are going to get in, they're going to be the 8th seed. So I think the top 4 teams would be the Raptors, Pacers, Celtics, and Sixers. I think it will go either way. But if you had asked me, I think the Celtics would win the East. I mean, I'm a Celtics fan, granted, but I think with their overall health improving and everything like that, I do think they grab the East. And I do think they represent the East in the finals as well. And if we look at the West, the only major shocker here, I guess, is the Denver Nuggets going 39-43. The Spurs going that bad as well is kind of a shock. I think the team most likely not to make the playoffs that they have making the playoffs is the Phoenix Suns, and possibly the Minnesota Timberwolves as well. The fact they have a 39 and 43 team making the playoffs is kind of insane. As for seeding, if Russell Westbrook comes back 100% after surgery, I think that's kind of okay where they are now. But if Russell doesn't come back healthy, I'm going to have to put Golden State 1. I'd move up the Rockets and Jazz as well. So Rockets 2, Jazz 3. I'd probably put the Lakers at 4, Pelicans 5, and then possibly the Thunder at 6. Nuggets 7 and Spurs 8, just because Popovich is still coaching the team, so I gotta give him a shot. And to come out of the West, I think it would be a Warriors-Celtics showdown. I like the athleticism of the Celtics in this one, but I think the Warriors would take it in 7. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And also, a quick thought: do you think the NBA should bring back Comeback Player of the Year? Because I think they should. There was a lot of injuries, especially Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving and stuff like that, to where it would be a viable award. Anyway, guys, see you in the next one. Peace.